We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another Showtime and Kev podcast. I'm Cory Showtime.
I'm Kevin Munroe.
And this is Too Short, playing the only Too Short song I really like in the last 10 years. But
I had to stop it right away because you haven't heard 19,999 bitches?
Huh? Oh, hold on. I got a problem. We got feedback here.
Oh my God!
There we go.
Okay.
Now we're good.
So Too Short has a song called 19,999 Bitches, and he's threatening Will Chamberlain's record in the song. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, he's claiming that he has macked on 19,999, and he just needs one more.
Well, I don't think he's going to make it because he just had a baby. So
that never stopped the player.
That never stopped him. In fact, the fact that Too Short is 53 years old and just had a child, pull-out game legendary. Legendary pull-out game.
It's like, man, you were at the Freaknik in 93 and nothing happened? Really?
93 through 96. He was at the last one. He was performing.
At the Freaknik?
Yes. The green room was like pink because that's how deep it was at the Freaknik back in the day. Oh, I just realized we haven't officially started the show, Kevin. Could you do your island intro, please?
Yes. In the name of the one called Emperor Selassie, conquering tribe of Judah, King of Kings and Santa Cruz Reggae Music Festival with the rascals are going up in this piece. Lord of mercy. Brakashak. Bow, bow, bow. Enough things are going.
Thank you all. Yes, now we are live. Kevin doing his island intro. Make sure everything's going to be
And by the way, this show, we've talked enough shit about this, and I've had enough people who watch the show talk back about why you guys talk so much shit about White Claw, the white man's malt liquor. So today we are sponsored by White Claw.
Yes. Get on board, ladies and gentlemen.
And by the way, this shit is sold out in every store everywhere. I went to a CVS, I went to a Ralph's, I went to Pavilions, sold out. I had to go to a back alley Korean liquor store.
They're like, what White Claw?
White Claw, yeah. They want the White Claw.
Oh my God. That is just how you know, like this, like White Claw is like the Tickle Me Elmo of white people between the age of 21 and 35.
They're selling this shit out. Like, it's seriously, go to your Ralph's, go to your Vons. You can't get it.
Let's see.
Like, I need a plug.
This needs seasoning.
It needs seasoning. There's a pumpkin spice version of it too.
I'm not surprised that there's a pumpkin spice.
Dude, like seriously, like you need a plug. Like, hey, essay, hey man, you got that White Claw?
This literally tastes like LaCroix and vodka. Like, it's just straight up like flavored seltzer, no sweetness whatsoever, and apparently there's alcohol in it. So
yeah, supposedly, theoretically.
I never thought I'd say this. I'm switching back to my Bud Light. This is
Damn. You know what?
It's not for me. I don't know if I have the taste buds for it. I don't know if I was culturally raised for something like that.
Well, I feel confident that I drink a White Claw. I feel culturally confident to start my own company selling 80s wrestling T-shirts.
What you gonna do, brother?
Exactly. Like, oh, hey, bro, we should start a company.
I mean, it will work too. Like,
we should sell skateboards. Like, I don't know.
Did you see that ESPN 30 for 30 on the guy that made, like, I think it was a T-shirt for like Notre Dame versus Miami back in the 80s, and it's I think it was like Pulpit versus Convicts or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, looking back, it's kind of fucked up, but he made money though.
Yeah, he did. As a college kid, he was like, they could not get enough of them. Like, they sold, they had boxes and boxes they sold out of. So,
right. So shout out to White Claw, the white people's malt liquor. Yeah. That
And speaking of white people and possible malt liquor being involved, Amber Guyger was sentenced recently.
Oh, okay, Amber. Okay. I have a real vested interest in this because, so the story is Amber Guyger is a white police officer in Texas. She walked into her neighbor's house, shot the guy dead, and then claimed that it was an accident.
Technically, it wasn't even her neighbor because I think neighbor is like the person next door to you. He was like exactly one floor beneath her.
Right. So they're kind of not reconnected. But the thing that's connected to me is the guy she shot, Botham Jean, is Caribbean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're definitely invested.
Yeah, I'm invested. But when I realized he was St. Lucia, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's fucked up. That's like the Bay in L.A. It's like, oh, he's from Compton. Yeah, let him go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that nigga's from Compton? Nah, I don't fuck with them niggas, man. They were good.
Just a strange.
Yeah, I mean, they're like St. Lucia, like, you know, they're really religious, all this shit, like, you know, Jesus, like, saves us, and we all, like, yo, he walked into your house and shot your dude, and y'all want to hug that motherfucker in a courtroom? Come on now. Like, so I'm like, so hashtag not all Caribbean people, okay? If she had shot, if both of them Jean was Jamaican, and she shot him, Jamaicans would have, like,
booyaka.
Yeah. They don't believe in that.
Shower posse.
Yeah, it's shower posse, exactly. They don't believe in that turn the other cheek, you know, shit. That's some St. Lucia, St. Kitts shit going on.
Pick up the other machete. That's what they believe in down there.
Pick up the other machete. Yeah, they don't believe in that. So, I mean, not all Caribbean people, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, they try to use what they call the castle doctrine.
Yes,
as
that
a defense.
is some bullshit.
Okay, the castle doctrine makes sense. It's like, if somebody comes into your house and tries to fuck with you, you have the right to use whatever force, whether it's you know, karate chop kicks or chop them with a machete, whatever. But
if someone is starting shit with you in your house, even in California, where we're very like anti-killing people, even though it happens. But like, if you shoot somebody in your own house because they're not welcome or they're stealing from you or they're trying to harm you, then it's self-defense.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Yeah. But she wasn't in her own house.
But what they tried to do was they tried to claim accidental castle doctrine. It was like she thought she was in her own house, therefore castle doctrine worked. Yeah, and Negroes worldwide were like, really? You can't. Oh, so if a white person thinks they're in their own house, then they can shoot you because
I think
castle doctrine.
I think you just described manifest destiny on accident.
Oh, I believe
that's how we got
mine.
this country.
Exactly. I believe this is mine. Therefore.
Yeah, it's like, Texas, I believe this belongs to us now. You have 5 minutes to leave.
So accidental castle doctrine, like the jury was like, please, like you can't do that shit.
So she did get convicted. This police officer that killed an unarmed black man in his house while he was eating ice cream, which is honestly the
most innocent way a black person could be.
Yeah,
in their house, you know, with a sweater on, eating ice cream.
I mean, seriously, in the media, we're portrayed as so many different things. They find a way to call us thugs for anything that we're doing. It could be playing basketball. It could be a kid playing with a fake gun on Christmas Day, and they'll try to justify it. But the dude was sitting in his own house, socks up on the coffee table, eating ice cream, chilling. Right. 10 o'clock at night, Saturday, something like that. Just another day off work. She walks in, blows him away, and like, just because she's a cop, it's supposed to be like, oh, I feared for my life. I'm like, what?
How you walked in there? Like, how you? I mean, how do you walk in?
Oh, you gotta be like, oh shit, my bad, wrong house, and then that's it, game over. That shit happens.
But here's the fucked up thing, though.
I tried to walk into the wrong hotel room before on accident. It was like, oh shit, this isn't 3815. I'll move down.
Yeah, I've done that where I've slide a card, it doesn't work, and I keep like pounding it, like, what the fuck's wrong with this door? Yeah. And the guy comes to the door like, no, you're at 324.
Oh, my fault.
but here's the fucked up thing. Like, the first week after that killing, like the newspaper was like, oh, they found weed at his house.
So?
Yeah, like, exactly.
That makes him a danger?
They immediately started dirtying him up. Like, oh, they found weed at his house.
Well, that explains the ice cream. There you go. He had weed in his house. That explains why he was eating ice cream at 10 o'clock at night.
You would know, Cory. Absolutely.
I absolutely would know. I'm certain of that.
It's like he's eating ice cream. Like, leave your brother alone.
Yeah. But, like, so this white female officer killing this black male, I was going to say suspect, victim. You know, this never happens to where this particular demographic of people where she is going to be the one who gets convicted. And she did get convicted. So for like 36 hours, all of black Twitter and Facebook was in rejoice and like, yes, justice. And then it comes down that she only got 10 years for murder. Not manslaughter, not any other type of second degree, whatever. Murder in the first degree. With a sentence of 5 to 99 years, they gave her 10.
Right. Which, which I understand because, she swiped all the discounts. It's like, okay, police discount, beep.
Yep.
White person discount, beep. white lady tears discount, beep. Like, it went through all the discounts, and they're like, oh, congratulations.
10 years is a slap in the face to anybody that's ever had a marijuana conviction or a DUI or any kind of crazy shit where you go to where the sentencing is like meant to deter you from ever doing it again, right? So, of course, she's mixed into the system. She's going to get the lightest possible sentencing. But here's the shit that really messed me up. The judge hugged her.
Yeah, I saw that.
When have you ever in your life, when have you seen Judge Judy be like, you know what, you just got robbed by this chick so bad, I want to give you a hug? Like, that never happens, especially to the guilty.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen that, even on TV. I mean, and actually, the judge that did it...
People scored. Judge Wapner never gave nobody a handshake. None of that shit.
Judge Wapner. You have to go all the way back to Judge Wapner.
I'm saying, man, like, I ain't never seen Judge Mathis high five his bailiff, like, much less the fucking defendant. Are you kidding me?
Right. It's like, you're sentenced to 20 years. Come here, man.
Yeah,
you know?
like, that's a tough one, bro. Like, hey, you're going to be all right. I'm sorry this happened to you. That never happens.
That's crazy. Actually, the judge, her name is Tammy Kemp, and she was... endorsed by Dallas police as like, you know, so she has like some, you know, vested interest in this shit. But she handed her her personal Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. You can't be doing shit like that. I mean,
and like the dude,
I mean, black people don't get hugs even when we do good shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't get hugs like for white people for just doing like, oh, you graduated from college. Oh, here's a hug. Like, nah,
not even. Like, here's your degree and get off my stage.
For real, like, come on, man.
Now the thing that, like, here's what's divided people. Now, the judge thing was completely uncalled for. I don't care who you are, but like, a lot of people are kind of on either side of her. Not her. Botham Jean's brother hugged her as well. They're both like, the family is devoutly Christian, and they've already kind of forgiven her and whatever. Right. And whatever they need to do for their own peace of mind, that's whatever they want to do. That's them. But as a black man that has been fucked with by the police, that has been part of the system, not necessarily like I haven't been in jail, like I haven't been in prison, but I've definitely been arrested and detained unnecessarily. And so it doesn't help anything by just forgiving these people for killing us.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's stupid. Like, I don't get any of that shit. Like, you can't, like, he murdered your fucking brother. You don't go up there and like hug them like, oh, well, you know, I hope Jesus makes sense of this. No. And I really think that Christianity is a plague on black people, and they need to stop that shit. I really do. Like, and the worst part is Caribbean people, they're so taken up by this shit, man. Africans are worse, but I mean, Caribbean people are pretty bad at this too. They need to stop that. Like, stop. You know, oh, well, Jesus will fix this. No, these are white people being assholes. Like, you know, pay attention. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is the system being an asshole too, because the judge is black, the bailiff that was stroking her hair was black, but this is all still like the blue code of silence. You know what I mean? Like, they're still trying to look out for their own. Like, damn, I'm sorry that you had to do any time.
Right, exactly. They're like, oh, this is a tragedy. He's like, no, it's a tragedy for the guy that got killed. Look, I promise you, if I get killed by the police, I don't want anybody hugging anybody in the court, okay? Cory, if you get killed by the police, I'm gonna strangle some motherfuckers, okay?
I appreciate that, Kevin.
I mean, you know, just off top, you know, just...
I'm not asking for it. Apparently, no one can hear us on Instagram. I'm gonna try and figure that out, but we're gonna continue to press on and press forward. I don't know why this isn't working, but hopefully it shall. I'll end it and start it back up. Hopefully that works. Anyway,
yeah, I mean, like,
continue, Kevin.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, all the things that are happening now to black people, like, you know, we don't get hugs and like forgiveness for it, but we're supposed to be the people that turn around and be like, oh, okay, well, you know, Jesus said that turn the other cheek. Well, you know what? Jesus got killed too, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That didn't work out well for him either.
Exactly. At least he had an out because he was divine, so he could like rise up. You know, like, you know, niggas ain't rising up. Like, once you get dead, we dead. Like, that's it.
Yeah. There's no coming back from death.
Yeah, so stop playing. Quit playing. You know, man, and I mean, I'm just so mad, especially being Caribbean people. Like, come on, y'all. You gotta know the game, man. Like, you know, I think when I came to America, like, I was naive about how this place is. Mm-hmm. Now that I know it, like, watching like these people like giving their love and forgiveness to this system, I'm like, it's like you're a penguin on the Serengeti. You're a penguin petting a lion. You don't know what kind of animal you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Like, these are not. You yes, have forgiveness in your heart, but don't offer it to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially now, like it just happened. Like, you didn't even have enough time to forgive her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know nothing's going to bring your brother back, but like you can stop the next person from being shot by not accepting this shit.
Yeah, let them know that this is a serious issue.
Like what you allow is what will continue.
Exactly. Can you imagine? I wrote this about 2 weeks ago. I was like, this is the last straw. Because if you can literally come into my house with no warrant, no 911, like no complaint, nothing, and shoot me, and then there's nothing to happen, then we've basically given up all our rights.
Yeah. And
this is the end. There's nothing left.
And on a further note, for like, as being a black person, when you deal with the police, you already got to jump through all the hoops to be worried, like, because you're going to be worried about anything getting you killed. We comply to everything. Yep. We don't get to like cuss out the cop and like ask what's going on. We have to comply to everything. So if we're in a situation, we're in our own house, in our own couch, eating ice cream, that makes you fear for your life, you don't need to be a cop. Like, seriously, the system is completely flawed if that's the case.
Have you ever seen Cory eating ice cream? He's not very scary.
No, definitely not.
He's very joyful.
I have a smile on. If you don't have a smile, if you're angry eating ice cream, you're a sociopath. If you're just sitting there just...
Who's this thug eating ice cream like, ugh?
Like DMX is, what? Come on.
Where the sprinkles at? Like... How thuggish can you be eating ice cream in your own house, dog? Like, come on.
I don't know.
So anyway, for me, like, that was the last straw. I was like, if this shit goes through and they don't convict this woman, then we have no rights. We essentially have no rights. And I'm glad that this turned out the way it did. But I'm really pissed off that the black people in Dallas tap dance and cooned like a motherfucker. What are you doing brushing her hair, dog? Like, what are you doing hugging this girl? Like, come on. Like, y'all never seen a white person before? Like, what is this shit?
Apparently not, man. Apparently not.
Man.
Let's move right along.
I'm going to say one last thing about Dallas. This is the reason why Texas was the last place to know that slavery was over.
Yeah. No, that was definitely Mississippi, Kevin. That was definitely Mississippi.
No, it was Texas.
Texas was the last place?
Yeah. Juneteenth came out of Texas. I will find the reference. But my brother pointed out. Yeah, and by the way, this is the other fucked up thing. So the main witness to that, Joshua Brown, he got killed yesterday.
Yeah, I remember. I saw that. Yeah, so this dude randomly was killed in a drive-by, so to speak.
And he's not a thug. He's not in the game.
He was just the next guy over. And you know what else? The lady that actually recorded the aftermath of like she had it on her phone. She recorded like Amber Guyger making the phone call or whatever, or texting out after, like, you know, she hears gunshots. She goes to see what's going on. She's been fired from her job. The police have confiscated the video. Like, someone's trying to spoil this woman's life. Like, it's the shit is hitting the fan.
Yeah. I mean, but that's that's Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, the last of the Confederate states. They're really hard. That shit is hard to kill. So I mean, I'm gonna be following this Joshua Brown story because that dude, like, he just lived in an apartment complex. He was not in the game, not a gangster, regular dude. The fact that he got tapped, 2 to the head, 1 to the body. Yeah. That's
gangsters don't really, they're not that accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Like niggas will do a drive-by.
2 to the chest, 1 in the head is people that shoot like this and not like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like people who actually practice
that's
shooting.
That's some John Wick shit right there.
Yeah, exactly. So that we're going to keep following that. I mean, that's just wrong, and
Yeah.
But this is America, so we got to roll with that.
Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. We're not getting too much. We're coming in live and clear for on YouTube and Facebook, but we're not getting the best audio on my tablet over here for Instagram. So I'm gonna be yelling most of the rest of this. Anyway,
don't do that. Man. just let him like listen to watch. So side note, by the way, I don't know if you people are watching the World Cup of Rugby right now.
We are not, Kevin. I just want you to know. He said, I don't know if you people are not, Kevin. I'll tell you that right now. It's Sunday. They're watching football. And if you're like, got us on in the background while you're watching like Dallas and Green Bay, God bless you. Because I would be watching that too. Anyway.
Dallas and Green Bay. No, I'm saving up all my football energy for tomorrow because it's Cleveland versus the 49ers.
Yes.
And
shout out to Sal Kalani. The only true Cleveland. Oh, excuse me. Sal Kalani and Yusuf Ali, the only true Cleveland fans I know.
Right. Oh yeah, we're gonna be at the public house tomorrow night, and there's gonna be some mad shit talking.
Oh yes,
mad shit talking. It's going down.
Either way, it's just fun now because both teams have been bad for a while. Not as bad as Cleveland,
right.
but both teams have been bad for a while. So now it's gonna be two fan bases that kind of forgot how to talk shit.
Right.
It's been so long.
Yeah, there's been dudes. There's gonna be Cleveland dudes grabbing their nuts, not realizing they haven't had nuts in a while. So
something to that effect.
They're trying to learn how to do it.
I'm not going to talk about the testicular fortitude of Cleveland people. If you live in Cleveland, I'm assuming you're a ballsy motherfucker. Anyway, I want to talk to the viewers right now, all 5 or 6 of y'all, about something very, very near and dear to my heart, as both a comedian and someone has had to drive for Uber, which is kind of universal in general. LAX has issued this new transportation update that they are now kicking Uber and taxis, Uber, Lyft, and taxis, all rideshare of any kind, to Terminal 1.
Right.
Now, for those of you that have never been to LAX, congratulations, good job. Like
you've lived a full life.
Yeah, you're doing better than most of us. It's a horrible airport. It's been shittily designed for years. Yeah, I know we can't hear everything. I'm trying to make this work. It's been horribly designed for years. It's basically one giant U-turn off the 405, which is just a bad idea. And now there used to be 6 different locations for Uber and Lyft to pick you up on the upper level. Now there's only one.
Right. And
it's the taxis too.
Well, it's always been fucked up because
it's the 3rd largest airport in the world. Or busiest at least.
It's so bad. Like, I've had Uber drivers just like cancel on me because the traffic is so bad just trying to get in. So the congestion is bad enough. I can tell that's why they're trying to do it. But come on, like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, anyone who's ever lived in LA, you know that I don't care who you are, none of your friends are going to pick you up at the airport.
Never.
None.
And now that I've lived here for 5 years, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I get it now.
I mean, even my girl, when she'd come out to LA, I'd be like, I'm sick. I don't. You need to. Is Lyft going? No, like nobody wants to come pick you up at the airport. But I figure, fuck it. I'm gonna still call Uber curbside, and I'm gonna just pretend it's my friend. That's my game. I'll be like, hey, Pablo.
Yeah, that works.
What's up, bro? Good to see you.
Like, this is basically I don't even understand the reason for this. It's just like a fuck you to everybody.
Right.
I think I know what it is because I fell down a YouTube hole while I was at work the other day.
But I'll tell you what I think it is. But go ahead.
It's because of parking. Like LAX is trying to get more people to park there overnight or whatever so they can make more money. Just a greed move, in my opinion.
I thought it was because of Lot C. Remember, they closed out Lot C.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lot C's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's possible that what they're trying to do is trying to get people to take their shuttles, right? And the shuttles, they can make money off of that. But, I mean, LAX is so fucked. Look, it's faster to drive from LA to San Francisco than to fly.
Sadly, yeah. Like,
that is not an exaggeration. I will tell you. Get to Lot C. 30 minutes to get to the airport. 45 minutes through security. An hour and a half flight. 45 minutes on the tarmac sitting in the SFO. Like, the numbers add up, dude. Like, literally, I've driven from LA to San Francisco faster than flying. So, I mean, they might as well just, I don't know, they need to, like, make a second LAX, like LAX 2, or maybe, like, expand Burbank. Have you ever flown out of Burbank?
No, I pick people up from Burbank a lot, but I've never flown out, actually.
Oh, okay. But you don't like Southwest?
I don't mind Southwest at all. I hate United. United can kiss my ass. I'll say it on the air. All 5 of y'all.
The views expressed by Cory Showtime Robinson does not necessarily
I don't give a fuck. Fuck that airline, man. I like United. I got a round trip ticket to United for like $150, and then like I ended up having to take like they didn't. Like, you can't bring any bags. Like, I had, like, a backpack in there. Like, you got to check that. And my bag cost me more than my fucking flight.
Like, what do they think you're doing? Like, I'm just going to fly to a different city with no clothing. I'm just going to wear these clothes for the 5 days that I'm here in this other city.
Daryl Lee, who's watching right now, just said, have you seen the idiocy of 100 people calling Lyft and Ubers at a conference in Vegas and each person trying to find their specific car? Yes, I have, Daryl. I was actually at a convention in Vegas for work a couple months ago. And yeah, it's a fucking fire drill. It's ridiculous. Right. And now they're all putting it into like congestion, just straight up. Like it's 4 lanes. They're trying to get everything down. Like everybody's going to try and merge into that bullshit. It's going to be a catastrophe. Seriously.
But the thing is, what happened before we had Lyft and Uber? The same number of people were trying to get to the same number of places.
In taxis. Now the taxis are still like, so now you got Lyft, Uber, and taxis all fighting for somebody to leave the bottom part of LAX.
Man, it's just more competition, and it's just more condition. But, I mean, I think Lyft and Uber are better than taxis in the sense, number one, they're cheaper, and number two, there's, like, free mints. I don't know. I like mints.
I like the whole... I knew that Lyft and Uber was going to take over taxi service just from the idea that if you have to use your own car, you give a shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a taxi driver doesn't care if you like you get in like taxi, it stinks. There might be puke from the last driver. They don't like or last ride. They don't care. They're in the front with the little shuttle thing closed. So like they're usually rude. They try to scam you out of your money. They want to make sure you have cash or whatever. The credit card machine never works. With Uber, everything is right there. You know exactly how much it's going to cost. You know exactly who's picking you up. If they can't. They can cancel you, but like they can't like pull up to you, look at you like, oh, black guy, and zoom away.
Right, you know? right. That part of it, like the racial discrimination part, has been eliminated because taxis would do that all the time.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you trying to go to Bayview Hunters Point? Nah. Yeah. Right. We already booked the thing. They have to do it.
In New York, it's like, no Brooklyn. And you'd think that was racist, but then when you get to New York, it's like, yeah, that's a bitch to get in and out of Brooklyn. So I get it.
No, same thing with Airbnb. Like I've had experiences like that where like I've been canceled like at the last minute. And I'm
it's been documented that Airbnb has had some racist practices.
Yeah, and I'm like I can't deal with this. Like I need a hotel. If I'm doing a show in a city, I need to have that right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but the whole point of like taking those things out of LAX, I don't think it's the right thing to do. You can still pick people up if you're friends.
I'm about to grab my carry-on bag on a Lime scooter all the way down to that bitch. That's what I'm gonna.
Oh, that's a millennial shit to do, right?
There's gonna be a whole bunch of Lime scooters just parked outside of LAX.
Yeah, nah.
I rode one the first time the other day. That shit was fun. I'm sorry.
Really?
I was
Cory, you rode a Lime scooter.
I drive past people. I'm like, man, you fucking losers. And then I was riding one the other day. I'm like, wee.
No.
I'm ashamed of myself. I truly am.
I don't think I'm physically right for a Lime scooter. I think
aerodynamically it doesn't work. I think you'd like take flight. You're too big. You'd be like a sail.
Right. and not only that,
I got a low center of gravity. It works.
Yeah, I have a high center of gravity. It's too easy for me to fall over. Like somebody like throws a bottle cap on the ground, and I'm like, woo! You know, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do have a plan to get a GoPro, one of those like things, like cameras, and ride one of those, just because I want to like record it in case I like fall and kill myself. Like there's like some recorded. I just want to see it.
I'm looking forward to that footage. Kevin, can you do me a favor and play that song we introed with real quick before I transition to our next topic?
Oh, of course.
Yes. That is Blow the Whistle by Too Short, the greatest rapper the greatest pullout game that's ever been recorded. The song Blow the Whistle is appropriate for our next topic. This week in Trump, we're talking about whistleblowers.
Okay, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Kevin, you're the smart one. Tell us what's going on in politics today.
I just can't anymore with this dude, man. I mean, so it comes out that he really did talk to the Ukrainian president
Several times.
Yeah, several times. And just yesterday, he said, I wouldn't have done it unless Rick Perry told me to do it. Okay, Rick Perry is the Secretary of Energy who's retiring. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now so this is the thing about Trump. Like, he just lays out like a pack of lies, and you just get to pick the one that you want. Like, oh, I didn't do it. If I had done it, it would have been legal. Some people are saying that it's okay to do it. I would have done it, but I didn't want to do it. I might have done it. Okay, I did it. Okay, it's perfectly legal to do it. Oh, Rick Perry told me to do it. Like, literally, like those are all the things he said in the space of a week.
And Rick Perry is like a human SpongeBob me right now, where he's like, all right, I'm going to head out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Rick Perry was like, what? This, like, what? Why is my name in this?
Sorry about that.
Rick Perry is like Jim Jones in the Tekashi 6ix9ine case. He's like, why is my name coming up?
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing to do with this shit. What the fuck? But this is how he is, man. Like, he just throws out a pack of bullshit.
He tried to throw Pence under the bus.
He's like, oh, you need to talk to Pence because Pence talked to the Ukrainian prime minister as well. You know, it's like, I mean, I just can't anymore with this dude, man. And I don't understand how people who support him don't see like how much bullshit this is.
I don't even know if I said this on the podcast yet or not. I might have said it last week, but like, as a comedian, it's exhausting and almost pointless to try to do Trump material because people from the outside in is like, oh, Trump's president, you must get a ton of material from that. It's like 4 years of job security. No, nobody can keep up with this shit. You cannot bring it to the stage faster than he can fuck it up.
Yeah,
like, I had a great joke about Stormy Daniels. Who fucking cares? That's so old news. That's so many scandals ago. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's long dead.
Long gone.
I mean, I just can't, like, dude, like, you just said this shit on the air, and he's like, oh, I never said that shit. The whole thing about the moats and, like, having alligators and snakes in it, it's like 5 people, corroborated that. Oh, I never said that. That's crazy. Here's the thing about Trump. Like, anything he says is fake is actually true.
Yeah.
And everything he says is true is fake. Like, that's the easy... Like, that's the easy, like, way to deal with this. Mm-hmm. I mean, as soon as he says something, just know. And his favorite tell is, not a lot of people know this, but, like, nah.
And it's bullshit where, like, whatever, when he puts this button at the end of it, believe me, I'm the best at ever decided this. Like, no one knows more about the Taliban. I know more about them than the CIA. He actually said that.
Yeah. I mean, I only think, like, the only people have been more abused by a liar like this is, like, prostitutes in the 1970s, because this is like pimp game from, like, this is like old school Dolomite pimp game. It's like, come on, man. Like,
go see Dolomite in special theaters this week.
I gotta see that. By the way, I mean, Dolomite's records were ridiculous. By the way,
they were terrible, but they were so bad they were good.
I mean, think about an ashy black man with chest hair.
Very ashy, very chest hair.
With the curly chest hair.
Very sweaty.
The curly chest hair. Like, that's
one
always...
of the first rappers, actually, too.
Right.
Like, that dude was like... he way down in the jungle deep, the signified monkey creep. Like, what the... my dad played me that shit at, like, I was like 14 when he made me listen to Dolomite or Rudy Ray Moore's records. And I was just like, am I in punishment? Like, why am I listening to this bullshit? Like, this was like mumble rap 40 years ago.
Yeah, it is. It's just sweaty and skeevy, and just all I could think of is the chest hair, the little curly chest hairs. Like, there was always, like, when I was a kid, like, it was always like, like adults that you kind of hung around, but it was always those dudes with the little curly chest hair.
Taco meat. Yeah.
Like, it's just like...
So Dolomite was like, it wasn't satire. It was like the first black person to, like, independently make their own movies. And there was terrible kung fu. There was, like, no production value. But it was the first. You know what I mean? And that shit is more believable than Trump. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like old pimp game. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only people that ever recognize this this nonsense is abused prostitutes from the 1970s. Like, oh, he's just gonna say some shit, and we just gonna have to nod and be like, oh, okay, all right.
But anyway, like, this dude is just like, with the whistleblower thing, like, he doesn't know that he's like this. He's showing himself like, I know he did this for a fact. Like, he's going to lie about it, but I know for a fact he did it because he's still doing it while he's, like, trying to lie to everybody that he didn't do it. But I know he was raised in a way that no one has ever told him no. So that's why I'm certain that he did this shit, because he 100% thinks he's in the right. Like, he thinks I was supposed to do this.
Yeah, he said it on Twitter. He's like, I have an absolute right to do this.
Not only does he not know that he's not allowed to do that, he thinks he's absolutely supposed to do that.
Right. Remember that Chappelle bit with Chip?
Yeah.
With the cop? And Chip was like, oh, Chip was speeding.
The cop, and then he's like, the cop pulls him over. He's like, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
I didn't know I couldn't do that. Yeah, he's totally playing that game, So I mean, at this point, like, if you still riding with this dude, then you're probably not listening to this podcast.
I actually posted before the show. There was a Reddit thing that I saw from somebody else. I shared it. It was about this guy who's a Trumper, and he was like, "You guys just don't get it. It's not about right or wrong. It's about winning or losing."
Oh,
I've tied my whole worldview into this guy, and I'm riding this ship down to the ground. I was like, well, thank you for finally being honest. After 3.5 years, 3 years, somebody finally says why you're still riding with this dude. Because if you're Christian, you can't claim him because of all the other shit. If you're about the economics, then you can't claim him because of all the other shit. If you're about any other reason politically that you would actually want to support Donald Trump, like, you just got to admit that you fucked up.
Well, I mean,
if you are racist, at least that's on brand. At least then, like, okay, that makes sense. I get why you would stick with him.
Well, I mean, it's like R. Kelly territory, It's like, all right, I know he's done all these things, but step in the name of love, dog. I mean, I can't. It's still in my rotation. I don't know what to do about that. See, you understand. Now you understand a Trump supporter because
I don't support R. Kelly, but, like, what am I supposed to do at a wedding, bro? Like, you take R. Kelly out of my phone, and that's like you're wiping out some of the best memories of my life.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the dilemma. They're like, we stepped in the name of love of Trump, and now we're here now. We can't undo that. That's my daughter's wedding song.
Yeah, but I can't lie. Like, I didn't know what was going on with R. Kelly the whole time. Like that. Like, we all have. It was funny. That was the sad thing about it. Like Dave Chappelle had that whole thing with, like, the piss on you video.
Right.
And, like, it's a cliche as a comedian to do an R. Kelly joke. Like, underage or peeing on people straight. R. Kelly's the punchline.
Right.
So with Trump, like, you're a punchline. You're just riding it out until hopefully something goes right for you. So I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I think that's just part of human nature. Like, when something's, like, so horrible, but also so, like, unfixable, we just try to joke about it and let it go. It's
like the system.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, my neighbor, him and his wife fight all the time, and it's hilarious, Like, straight to the moon, Alice, like that sort of thing.
Pow, zoom, straight to the moon. Like, that's funny.
That's hilarious. He punches his wife,
Good old-fashioned family being.
Right. But that's like, we're limited human beings, and the best we can do sometimes is just kind of joke about shit we can't fix.
Married to a porn star. He had an affair with other ones. He's done a bunch of shady things. I'm surprised we're not making a bigger deal about the fact that everyone and everywhere he goes has to stay at a Trump property. Like, how is that not conflict of interest? Like, if Dr. Dre was president, and then you saw every single member of his staff wearing Beats by Dre, you'd have questions.
Right. Y'all got no other headphones? It's all got to be Beats?
Like, really? We can't have nothing Apple? We can't have, I can't wear Skull Candy? Nothing? Like, it has to be. It has to be.
You all got to listen to Aftermath, even though nobody wanted to.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dre.
Yeah. I would rather vote for Dr. Dre, to be really honest with you. He is a smart businessman.
Right. Dre for 2020. Ding, ding, dong. By the way, because I want
ringing.
So the remaining time we have, I want to bring up this thing. this is the part where a lot of our followers tune out because we talk about sports sometimes and they're not really
Bye, ladies.
Sports. No, why gotta be ladies? Damn, okay.
Because those are the people that complained about us talking about sports.
But I tried to text you yesterday. I don't think you saw it.
What?
But it was Lakers versus Warriors preseason.
I was actually on my way to a private gig, but I'm with my team in spirit.
Okay, you missed it.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Lakers Warriors preseason. Oh my God.
Oh my God, what? What happened?
AD is unstoppable. That motherfucker is unstoppable. I don't know what the fuck. Like, LeBron was like, just take it. He was like cleaning up. Like, people were shooting threes and missing. He would clean that up. He was blocking shots. Anthony Davis is un-motherfucking stoppable.
And Kevin, you would know this if New Orleans had any games on national television. That is why Anthony Davis wanted to go to a real market.
Oh, I was like, what? Like, what is this? Like, this dude looks like he's playing against college players. He's killing them.
Yeah.
And the Warriors...
It was preseason, so technically he was for about at least 7 minutes.
No, but everybody played that starting lineup for the first 18 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but 7 minutes he was going against, like, G League.
Okay, and let me tell you something, man. The Golden State Warriors look like the Temptations when all the other singers except the lead singer died. I'm like, who are these Negroes? I don't know any of y'all. Who the fuck is this? Damian Lee? Alfonso McKinney? Who are these Negroes?
I don't know.
I don't know none of these niggas. Like, none. None.
I honestly don't know either. I can't help you.
Like Steph is out there. I'm like, who the hell is that? I'm sorry, y'all.
Dude said those are temps.
For real though. Like the shit. Like, are we like?
Oh, you meant the Temptations, but still, those are temps.
The temps. Like, who the fuck are the? Like, who is that guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I saw Steph. Okay, I saw Draymond. And these other dudes, if seriously, if there were ushers in the building, I would not have thought differently. Like,
it's going to be a fun season, ladies and gentlemen.
Didn't have a center. Like, Draymond was the tallest dude on the team. Draymond, he's 6'8". How was your center 6'8"? The fuck?
You're the Golden State Warriors. All you guys do is run off screens and shoot threes. What do you need with guys over 6'10" for? They can't shoot.
Oh, Anthony Davis was abusing niggas in the paint because there's nobody taller than 6'8". Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
How did Dwight Howard do? I'm curious now that he's back on the team.
He was cool. I mean, he had like 3 points and some, but he was all right.
He busted his ass off season. I want to see if he's going to bust his ass during the season.
But
thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
But I mean, it was cool, but it was a Chase Arena, so it was San Francisco. When he goes to LA for the first game, that's when we'll see.
I'm curious though, like just since you're a Warriors fan and you guys are playing in the Chase Center now, does my overdraft fees get me in for free? Because I've paid at least $100 in overdraft fees. That should give me a nosebleed ticket.
you got to talk to Chase Bank, man.
I did. That's why I'm asking. I remember the days when you can get to a Warriors game with a specially marked Pepsi can. I feel like my bank statement should get me in this time.
It's like, look, man, my student loan's been riding for like 15 years, at least.
They're at least at Steph and Friends. That's like a Tommy T's when they be like, oh, it's Kabir and Friends. It's like, it's the guy that you can't see in these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Seriously, like that was Smokey Robinson and Friends. Like that felt. I was like, I don't know any of you motherfuckers, and you all suck. Like, by the end of the first quarter, they were up at like 20 points.
Yeah.
Like, they were LeBron was like, I don't even need to be in this game. LeBron
and he wasn't. Yeah. LeBron was like, let me go rest my groin and then sign some autographs and shoot another scene for Space Jam 2.
Yeah, LeBron went home and started like writing,
it's Taco Tuesday.
He was like, I'm gonna do the next version of the shop. Like, I'm not even paying attention.
Yo, LeBron. I'm sorry. I just want to say this one thing real quick. I think LeBron is on the cusp of going too far. Like LeBron's got fuck you money for real. Like he had $100 million before he stepped foot on the basketball court. But now the fuck you money's going too far because he legit tried to trademark Taco Tuesday. Like that's what I'm like, bruh. Like it's
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
you're not Mexican.
No. And you don't work in a Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday is for office workers.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't. You're a multimillionaire athlete. You don't get to.
You make more money on Instagram doing Taco Tuesday than anybody can pay you. Just stop.
You're from Ohio. What
You
do you
don't
know
need
about
to
tacos?
own those words.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. I predict that the Warriors don't make the playoffs. Yeah.
Given here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Kevin
given that roster of anonymous motherfuckers, no. I mean, look, think about it. Like every team in the Western Conference has a nickname dude, like and a squad.
You still got Steph Curry,
No, okay. So the Clippers,
the greatest shooter ever.
yeah, but that's one dude. We need two, and we need
And
some.
Draymond Green, he does everything else.
No, we need somebody with a nickname, man. Come on, look. Okay,
You got D'Lo.
no. Dealer, yeah, aka Snitch 182. Okay, no, okay. So I'm gonna lay
What
it out.
number is D'Lo?
Zero.
Yeah, the Tekashi Zero.
Tekashi Zero, exactly. So the Clippers have Kawhi and PG-13. The Rockets have Harden and Brody Beastbrook. Lakers have the King and AD. Portland got Dame Dollar and Paul Gasol, by the way, who's on Portland now.
Yes.
Denver's got
The ghost of Pau Gasol.
Yeah, Denver's got the Joker and Manute Bol's son, Bol, and Harvey's grandson. Spurs got DeMar DeRozan and L.A. Jazz got Donovan Mitchell and the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert. We don't have a dude with a nickname. We need a dude with a nickname. Come on, we got nothing. Steph Curry. Deloading? That's the dude with the nickname on our team? Really? That's it?
Clay should be back eventually.
Yeah, All-Star break. But come on, man.
That's a bold, more like March.
We need a dude with a nickname, man. We had Boogie for a minute.
We got Boogie. That's not helping. And honestly, and this is going to be mean. I don't give a shit. We got to change Boogie's nickname. You can't have all these leg injuries and still be called Boogie. Nah, you got to be like, we got to call you Bench because ain't Boogie. You ain't Boogie.
Wheelie. I'm just saying, like our squad is horrible right now. Like, I can't believe that they would assemble these no-name
Bankhead bounce.
Back. I mean, Kevon Looney is our biggest center right now.
How tall is he?
He's 6'9", and
Kev, you should go try out.
From Vanderbilt. I mean, come on,
You're
man.
6'6", you got a crazy reach, man. You could play you could play power forward for them.
You know what?
You play 3 games, I'm never going to see you again because you'll be set for life. You'll make your yearly salary in like 6 minutes.
Right. I just want to meet Aisha Curry, and I'm good after that.
No, you don't. Leave her alone. Leave it alone. Leave that alone.
Okay, we got to bounce.
Yeah, we do. I've had fun seeing you predict. I'm going to make a bold prediction that the Lakers will make the playoffs. They will go further in the second round, and better things will happen than that. I'm not going to go any further because I'm not going to jinx anything. I just want to see what happens. Everything's been so bad for so long. I'm happy to have hope.
If Anthony Davis stays healthy.
If Steph Curry stays healthy with his origami ankles. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't start that shit with me with your Mac stick light skinned people.
Well,
I got a light skinned dude. You got a light skinned dude. I hope whatever happens to my guy is gonna happen to yours.
Well, here's the difference.
Your brother just snitched on you. Kevin can't hoop.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's okay. I'm terrible at all sports, which is why I'm here talking shit.
Well, here's the difference between what happened to Steph and what's happened to Anthony Davis.
What's that?
Anthony Davis left New Orleans, where people tend to put gree on people.
Ooh, terrifying.
So you leave New Orleans, you leave the Creole, Obia, and Shango.
All right, let's stop all your
and gree.
Shut up with all your voodoo mambo jumbo. We got to end the show tonight.
Are you scared now?
Yes.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
No.
Before Kevin pulls out his Anthony Davis voodoo doll and starts twisting the ankle, I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, White Collar.
White Claw.
White Claw. I drank one of these. I'm feeling pretty giddy, so this 100 calories works.
Don't you feel entitled to start your own company now?
I do. I just want to like cuss out a cop right now. I don't think it's gonna work for me. But
why are you stopping me?
Yeah, I pay my. I have rights, buddy.
I pay your salary, buddy. Cory. Cory.
I literally can't even fathom that. Like I don't.
I'm sorry, Cory.
Say that with a straight face.
I'll bail you out, dog. I got you.
I did have too much White Claw. All right. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back same black time, same black channel. Thank you all so much. I'm Cory Robinson.
I'm Kevin Munroe.
Take care.